One of these days, I'm going to remember to put my headset on before I start recording. Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with some Stellar Blade, as I keep biting my tongue as I try and talk. I'm serious. I sit down. I'm ready to record. I'm about to hit the button, or I hit the button. I'm like listening like the 3-second lead-in, although I guess because I start right at the start of the video, the 3-second lead-in doesn't have any audio. But either way, I sit here and go, I feel like something's missing, and then I realize, oh shit, I'm not wearing my headset. Okay, guys, obligatory, or is that how you say that word? I believe it should be obligatory sewer level.
Wow, this place looks complicated. We're going to have to take that elevator up. That's how we reach the exit. We can go left or down that ladder. Should we take a look at that path first?
I hate these stupid squid face bastards. And that's my frustration with them. Look, when they're being absorbed onto, or when they're like meshing onto a body, I understand. You don't want to let me hurt them because you're like, well, that kind of defeats the point. Otherwise, you'd wait for them to kind of latch on to somebody and then go and start mashing. I don't know. Man, it just... Maybe take reduced damage or something. Just give me something. And, of course, we gotta come through the wall. I mean, I see him come through that wall, and my brain just immediately goes to all of those moments in Resident Evil, I said 4, in the Resident Evil 2 remake, when you're just walking around, and Mr. X just, whoa, right through the wall. Yeah, insert every meme that came out of that. The X gonna give it to you. You know, you could probably throw in the Obi-Wan Kenobi, hello there, in there as well. I hated it. There you go, first look at a burst skill, and I completely flubbed it. As I'm just getting swarmed and... little bastards. If you're seeing those shiny, like I'll hit something and it kind of looks like electricity or something kind of comes off me. It's usually, I think, colored in white. It's for when I land a critical. I think it's my Exospine ability. But when I land a critical, part of the damage that I deal, it looked dead. It looked dead, and instead it goes into another. That's something else that bugs me. Look, when you kill the massive body, just let the little thing die too. Instead, I keep forgetting. I guess you could say, well, it's your fault that you keep forgetting that it's still alive. Sure. But still, come on. What was I saying? I was saying something. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, when it looks like that little energy ball comes off off of Eve, whenever I land a crit, it's going to deal partial damage. Percentage of the damage that I just dealt is also going to be dealt to another enemy. It's similar to I don't know where I was going with that, like a chain lightning, I guess you can call it. It's I believe because of my exospine.
Found it. Now let's go downstairs.
Sorry if you're hearing a bumping sound on the microphone. My cat's mad at me. You're wondering, well, AJ, why is your cat mad at you? I guess as you're watching this a couple days ago, but it was like earlier in the night that this video is being recorded. We had some really nasty weather coming in, so we had the dogs and their little, because they don't wear collars because they're strictly inside dogs. They don't go outside generally ever, and when they do, they wear like little harnesses instead of collars and leashes, so their harness hooks onto a leash if they're gonna go out. So the dogs were in their little harnesses, ready to go in the event that we had to evacuate the house or something. And I had my cats with me here in my office because, if we have to get to the center of the house for tornado, that's my room has no windows. It's the central point. It's, going to be the strongest. So, or if we have to end up evacuating the house or something, I at least know where the cats are, because one of them just likes to hide, and he's a black cat, so he loves to hide in the shadows, so it's really hard to friggin' see him. But my orange cat is up here on my other desk, sitting here looking at me going, yeah, you locked me and him in this room with you, and we were unhappy about that. They were very upset. Because they don't like being, Okay, sorry that got cut off. As I was about to say, they don't like being, confined into one space. Because they're cats. They're very independent creatures. You're wondering why the hell did the Mike do that? Well, it's a very simple answer. I was reaching to get the container that, Buddy's treats are in, because we found these treats at Trader Joe's on a road trip once, and he freaking loves them. So I reach over and I grab the bottle of treats to get a couple out, because he's been a good boy tonight and deserves them. Because I'm also reaching over, I'm scratching his ears and everything, and he's all happy. Mostly to keep him from rubbing himself up against my mic stand. And he also likes to, because there's like little Velcro things on him, so he likes to bite it too. I'm sure I've talked about this before. That's right, you're a bit of a butthead. Well, you're so cute. I love this little guy. He's such an adorable little cat.
Well, it's flooded.
Both my cats are. They're both sweethearts.
Can you get to where the hazard lights are flashing?
More swimming.
Yeah, as I was saying though, I was reaching over, I was grabbing his treats for him to give him a little treat while he's sitting here on my desk, and he's like, "Ooh, treats!" And as I'm reaching for him, he starts bumping into my hand, and I get knocked into my my mic cord. So the recording decided, you know what? No, your mic disconnected, and I'm like, well, fuck you. No, it didn't. I just restarted. I just stopped my mic recording just to see. I'm like, okay, was it just making sure a setting didn't get changed and everything's still recording. We're good. No, buddy, don't bite the. God, literally, he had his mouth wrapped around the mic stand.
It's like we're just going around in circles.
Don't worry. I'm keeping track of our steps.
Yep. That's right, guys. We're in the obligatory. I cannot say that word correctly tonight. We are in the obligatory sewer round. That means poison enemies. Buddy, if you keep fighting the mic stand, you're going to be ejected from the room. I'm sure you don't want that, and I don't want to do that to you.
This one contaminated an unliving thing. Are the natives
Oh my
going
God.
through a change?
He's not biting it, at least. He's just doing that cat thing where it just rubs his head up against it. I know. Everyone's gonna say, AJ, you have cats. I mean, you're expecting them to listen to you? I mean, a little bit. I know. Part of why I love cats is they're very independent creatures. You know, they're very much, hey, I'm doing something. Go do something else. And they're like, eh. Okay, I gotta pause. I gotta move a cat. Okay, cat moved. He's off doing cat things. I don't know. He's probably either picking on his brother or somebody else because he's kind of an asshole. And if somebody's gonna ask, well, AJ, didn't you call him a good little guy? Oh, he's a fantastic cat. I love him. He's still a bit of an ass. His favorite activity is to sit in the hallway, wait for you to walk by, and then swat at your ankles. And then when you turn to look at him and go... You turn to look at him and go, buddy! He goes, and runs away. Oh, how these jobbers just keep killing me. She goes to the Gears of War school of opening doors. Let's hit something. And the door will open.
I'm afraid we have to give up.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So we're going to get into a little bit of me trying to figure out where the hell I'm going here. Because I kind of get lost. And yes, I noticed that robot at the top of the stairs. I'm 99% sure we go back and take it out.
You happy?
That spooked me.
I was focused on the box. That was bad of me.
It wasn't that bad. I'm always glad to see this.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember what the answer is. I know it's something really obvious that I just ran by something and I'm really dumb, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, right, duh. Obviously, that was the me being dumb. I forgot. I found it. Yeah. Okay.
I can feel warmth from this place.
There's evidence that survivors were once here.
I wonder, what led everyone to stay in a place like this?
All I know is that we're the only ones here right now.
You know, I really wish that chain would have hit that guy.
How long do you think they were trapped here?
Do you feel sorry for them?
Stay out of this, Lily. Just as I thought, groups of survivors were set up here. From the looks of it, this place has been abandoned for a long time.
Then, why do I feel warm?
Well, let's take a look around.
That medicine for sand disease. I found it.
Let's just travel back to the bulletin board in the middle of this main mission. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst sounding
You said this
piano
was
ever.
piano, right?
Yeah, music was an invaluable source of comfort for people here.
I just love the way, you know, she just starts hitting it. And I'm like, God, that thing's not even like out of tune. Like, that's a broken piano. Like, you know, if somebody's just like clang-clanging on keys, okay, that's one thing.
Not a good place.
But the
for
thing
sweet
didn't even
dreams.
sound right. Like, it, you know, if you'd walk up and start hitting the white keys and it's starting to make those like weird half tones. No, it's, like I said, that's a broken piano. That is not badly played piano.
Is this a water bottle?
No, no. This is the last gift a god ever thought to give us. Oh, Bacchus.
What's this?
That's called a guitar. It's an instrument ancient people played to try to attract mates.
Facts. I mean, come on, tell me he's wrong.
A doll without an owner.
It's old, but it smells nice.
What a curious thing to say. this is?
It's a place to honor the dead. They're still waiting for the salvation Mother Sphere promised them.
Damn.
I want to send the memories left here to Mother Sphere. That's where they belong.
I'll help.
Me too, me too.
Thank you, both of you.
You know, somebody in the last video. Let me pull up my email. I can't remember who it was. It was one of the regular guys. But my brain is Gary Williams. There we go. He had a theory that you know, some of the outfits are cool, but you know, some of them are just in there for shock value. And I think he means it with the swimsuit outfit, because I heard that she was going to be swimming. I was like, ooh, we could wear that, and that'd be funny. Because she's in a really skimpy swimsuit. That it's probably because what I wear this one for this video, and the next one. I love how getting over here. I was thinking it's going to be something more complicated. No, it's just simply jump and dash. But yeah, like I was saying, he said that some of the costumes were put in for just to kind of be edgy, and I think that's kind of fair. But at the same time, though, I don't really have a problem with that, because I like the costumes, and I like looking at Eve, because the model that Eve is based off of is fucking gorgeous. So I do not mind it one bit.
We escaped. It's just another sewer.
It's like a Matryoshka doll.
A matri what now? What are you saying?
I'm still mad that those barrels don't have more of a range.
This is locked too.
This drone's hacking level is too low to hack the door. Things keep getting worse and worse.
It means we're getting closer to the source.
You know, I love how they have spaced these airborne squad members out, because it seems like you don't get one for the longest time, and then just suddenly you find like 5 of them. It's really weird because it actually kind of gives me that feeling that, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. It gives me that feeling that, oh, hey, you missed a whole bunch. But no, there just weren't any. It just really messes with your brain.
Eve, over there. It looks like this old generator still works. This is how we operate the lift. I hate things like this.
Why?
You've never seen movies? This is a classic trope.
What? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. It was RE2, the RE2 remake that ended on a lift like this. That was all I was thinking about when I was playing this. Well, that's not true. I was thinking, it was like, oh hey, this is RE. This is these words. These are those RE2 kind of lifts. And then the other part of me was, wait a minute, or was that Resident Evil 3? No, it was Resident Evil 2. Because I have fond memories of that section. If it was Resident Evil 3, I wouldn't. I know the original Resident Evil 3, even though being very different from RE2, how I think RE3 was supposed to be more of an action game. Oh my god, why was I not shooting the... Oh my god. I know, it's always my statement. Shoot the glowy bits. Why was I not shooting the glowy bits? I am so mad at myself. I was so tunnel vision focused on this guy. That one's my favorite.
Let's try using the lift again.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I want to say the original Resident Evil 3 had a very different design philosophy to RE2. That's why 3, I think, got a mixed response. And I'm not thinking the remakes, I'm thinking the original. Frankly, I think the Resident Evil 3 remake was not good. It was a massive step down from the RE2 remake. I'm glad they kind of caught themselves again, because I thought the RE4... the RE4 remake was phenomenal.
So, about that noise we heard on the Airborne Squad channel,
Yes?
I analysed the pattern, and the noise translates to... kill me.
Well, we'll find out more once we get to the source of the contamination. I wonder what it means.
You know, it makes no sense why this thing is sitting here like this, but it's fucking awesome. Like, the head looks like something out of Death Stranding. It's got like a combat tactical vest on. It's got a big ass hammer sitting on a fucking throne. Oh, I didn't even notice the throne was made of missiles. Or at least partially made of missiles. That was cool. It makes no sense because, again, my question is, like, how intelligent are the Naytivas? Because sometimes they seem to be quite intelligent, and sometimes they seem to just not be. It's very confusing. I love how sometimes, for the blink, like, the skill you're dodging is something, like, you know, kind of elaborate, and sometimes it's just, oh yeah, they're gonna pick you up and slam you onto the ground. Have fun. I hate it when he starts lighting shit on fire. You know, did I say this in the last video, but can we talk about how this game puts up fucking bangers, to use the kids' parlance today? I know, I'll use that, but I won't ever use the term bet. I hear people use that, like I've asked my sister, what the fuck does that mean? She's like, yeah, it means like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, well then just say, yeah, sure. Like, why do... I'm going off on a tangent. But no, the fucking music in these boss fights are gorgeous. I mean, they are amazing. I know, it's like gorgeous. AJ, it's like metal music. And you've all heard Disturbed Sound of Silence. It's damn good. Metal music can be gorgeous. But no, I love the music in this game. It's serious and orchestral when it needs to be, but it's got this just really just headbanging rock music when it's necessary too. You know, I mean, I've compared like certain elements of this game to be Souls-like. And to the people who are like, stop calling every game that's got a block parry system and a dodge. Or, you know, I'm not saying you guys are. I'm just saying there are people out there who know every game that's got a block parry system. Oh, it's Souls-like. Well, okay, but when you're fighting enemies to go from like camp to camp, which are rest points, and then when you hit the rest point, you respawn all the enemies, and then when you die, you go back to the last rest point. That's the Souls formula. Like it or hate it, that is the formula of the Souls games. What's my point? What's I? Oh, right. I as I was saying, I'm like, I can compare this game to a Souls game. But you know what? I really think a comparison needs to be made between this game and Bayonetta. Because we get this hot, kick-ass chick going around in this world that, I'm gonna be honest, doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Sorry, Bayonetta, but your original game was very much a fly by the seat of your pants. I mean, they explained it eventually. and my obligatory, no. I said you would get a Turbo Man eventually. Yes, I know. Ha ha ha. Every time I say eventually, I have to throw in that Jingle All the Way reference. Yes, I do. God, anytime you can get those, shoot it, you stupid asshole. I'm speaking to myself, or past me. But no, I very much think in comparison to this game and Bayonetta, I think their story structures are very similar. They do not give you a lot up front. It's very much just kind of drops you in, has you start playing, we start kind of figuring shit out as we go. I think Bayonetta was more about her identity as a character and her past and everything kind of coming into the future, more so than I think this game is. I think this game is just kind of esoteric and weird. I think somebody's going to get mad at me for comparing it to kind of like Nier Automata, even though I've sat through a video essay on the history of the Nier Automata game, and holy shit, that has a lot of history. I mean, because again, it goes back to Drakengard and the developer, who's a crazy person, but I massively respect people like them who can create who really kind of go there with their world building and how they make everything connect. But that's, again, a totally different thing. Whatever I was saying. No, I think there are similar elements to Bayonetta in this game. I mean, their gameplay is different kinds of action. While Bayonetta is your typical hack and slash, this is the more modern Souls-like action game that everything's trying to copy. Which, yeah, I guess that's my next topic, kind of organically, while I'm just sitting here ranting while I'm getting my ass handed to me. To the people who get mad that is like, oh, everything's compared to Souls games nowadays. I'm like, again, you want to know why everything's compared to Souls-like, or to Souls games nowadays? It's because everything is trying to be I chose to just revive because I was getting my ass handed to me. I was low on potions. Even if I used the instant revive, I wasn't going to last long. But no, there's something to be said. Lost my train of thought. Oh, right. When you're top dog, you know, when you know what I mean. When you're top dog in a genre, everyone is going to try and be like you. And there was a time that a lot of open world games were trying to do what Ubisoft did. Oh, here's always trying to have these open worlds, tons of side quests, the whole reach high point unlocks the map. I know this is very loose to the sort of action-adventure, but again, the prototypical action-adventure formula, that's their formula. You know, I think that became a little too formulaic, but that is what it is. You know, third-person shooters, love the game or hate the game. Gears of War pretty much set what third-person shooters were. First-person shooters, granted the genre was originally defined by things like Wolfenstein and, I almost said Castlevania, which has its own thing with the Metroidvania genre. That everybody tries. Really, that one has not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to think of a game that's trying to innovate on that franchise or on that model, and I can't really come up with one. I think, you know, everyone's still trying to. Excuse me. If you're gonna make a Metroidvania, you're still trying to copy the Metroidvania formula set up by the original Metroids in Castlevania. But no, first-person shooters are set by Wolfenstein and, oh my god, Doom. There we go. Jeez. But, you know, those are the more floaty slide and glide shooters, and then you, Call of Duty and Medal of Honor, I think, really kind of established the more modern first-person shooter genre. But no, but essentially what I'm saying is, when you come up with a formula that works and does well with fans in a genre, people are going to make imitations of you. Crappy imitations, good imitations. Because what Neo, I've heard, was very good. I didn't play it because, again, it's just not my cup of tea. But I've heard Neo was fantastic as a Souls replica. The oh my god, the recent Star Wars games, the Jedi Fallen Order games, were, you know, their combat style and setup was very much like this, was a loose imitation of Souls-like. You know, it's not a bad thing that people are trying to imitate these genres. If anything, it's just you have almost set the standard for the genre. Sadly, I almost said CDPR, FromSoft has set the standard for action games now, because I am not a big fan of their combat style. And I know everyone's, oh, and then as soon as I say that, it's, oh, well, what do you mean you don't like their combat style? I'm like, well, it feels slow to me, it feels heavy. I don't, you know, it works for some games, but not everything, and I just feel like everything's trying to imitate it, and it makes every game feel the same and boring. I don't know. I mean, this game has enough variation and enough to it that I still enjoy the combat, but it's not... I think the biggest thing for me with this game's combat, they put your main attack buttons on square and triangle. I hate having my light attack and strong attack on my bumpers. I hate it being on my bumpers. I don't know what it is about it. Just having that stuff on my bumpers really irritates me. Always has. I very much prefer the way this game does it, with putting your strong attack on square, and I'm speaking PS5 controls, your strong attack on square, or light attack on square, strong attack on triangle. You know, the classic, you know, old, you know, kind of mixes this new Souls-like style with the old hack and slash, you know, God of War sort of style. I don't know. But no, essentially that's my thing. I don't know. It's just a change to, like I said, to just the linear action game style. Like, you know, I'm actually pretty excited for Black Myth Sun Wukong. I think that's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the title. But I'm sitting here thinking, it's going to be just another FromSoft game without the FromSoft logo on it, isn't it? And again, like I said, before anybody gives me shit, he's like, oh, you just say it, now you're saying it's a FromSoft game. Look, I'm being hyperbolic. It's essentially when I'm saying it's a FromSoft game without the FromSoft logo. I know, the FromSoft logo means something. It means fucking quality. I will give FromSoft that. Their style of game is not my cup of tea, but god damn do they know how to make it and make it well. I'll stop ranting and bitching. Especially because, as you can see by the timestamps, we are getting to the end, and I'm about to stab this guy. Hit him with the hammer.
That was close. That was a tough opponent. Eve, you okay?
Yes, let's continue.
Cat's back. And I swear, he walks in and just suddenly I get dust on I get cat hair on my nose. I didn't even lean over and nuzzle against him or anything, but I swear, just, it's hot, everything's sticky. So I'm like, as soon as he's in a room, great, cat hair is everywhere. Alrighty then, guys, but I think this is about this is about gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, find me over on social media. Things are linked down in the description below, and I keep saying that, and I really have not used my Twitter or my Minds in a long ass time. I really got to start doing that again. But yeah, links to that stuff is down in the description, or go check me out on BitChute. I do upload regularly on BitChute, or about as regularly as I upload here. And I'm speaking to the YouTube audience. I upload about as frequently here as I do on BitChute. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. See you on the next one. Till then, I'm out.